Welcome to the show, folks. This is Nemesis Rising TV. Today we will be playing some Prominence Poker on the Xbox One. Hopefully you enjoy the gameplay footage. If so, at the end of the video, hit that like or hit the subscribe if you'd like to continue watching some of the videos. There is a huge list of videos that is in the archives right now in my channel, so check those out if you haven't had a chance to. Okay, so we're going to get into some gameplay footage using the law of attraction. Again, I like to use the law of attraction as an example because it works for me. It tends to work very well. You just have to focus on it. Once I get this focus in effect, I tend to win. I tend not to brag about it because it can get you in a lot of trouble when people start to realize you have a winning attitude and you're constantly winning, and everything you do is all about trying to win. You know, trying to come up on the ultimate prize, which is, you know, the path to Shangri-La, which is what everybody's trying to find. Alright, so we're going to get into some Prominence Poker. I'm going to go with play one more time. Some of those games are just ridiculous. Just start eliminating folks, so it's taking a little bit of time. Now this one right here, I should have backed off and let these lovely ladies take care of him, but he already was pushed in, so I said okay, I'll oblige him. I'll see what happens if I can get a little bit of the pot, but I didn't know whether or not it was a feasible plan with a jack. It was really a bad plan. It was a really bad plan. I thought, oh, I got this. I said I got a pair of jacks, but there's always something better, folks, than a pair of jacks. I just kept trying to up the pot a little bit more. And at this point, they're thinking, this guy can't bet for shit. He probably can't play for shit. So let's see if I was right. With this move right here, I should have backed off at this point, but I really wanted to get as many chips out of the possession of everybody as possible. Looked around the table. I made another move. I'm like, oh man, this is going to cost me if I screw this up. And I really didn't have the card set. Honestly, the queen already beat me. But I threw it out there. I said, what the hell? Yeah, of course she had the pair, so I'm like, oh, now I'm screwed. Now I'm foobarred. She's playing it to the chest the whole time. She's a really good poker player. She was really good. So now I'm down to 1.65. We got one person eliminated, so it counted as their elimination. I didn't get that elimination, but I sort of helped out. Now I'm down to 1.65. I'm really desperate to start moving on some chip stacks now, and everybody's got more chips than me. Last in place. This is where I start to make my rebound. I notice he folds. I check him out for a second. I said, okay, I'll try this hand. So they're already seeing me wanting to fold. So they say, okay, so we're going to continue bet just to see whether or not he had anything. And they're now knowing that I'm bluffing my ass off. And at this point, I'm scared. At this point, I started to get like a little nervous because I only had like 5K left. Out of the two other tournaments, I only had like 5K left. So I lost the first two in the first few hands. Now this one I'm looking like, looking pretty good here. This is a really bad move on everybody's part because they should have seen the 2 flop and thought maybe he has something. Especially when I pushed all in, they should have folded. But they thought there's no way. There's only 2 hearts out there. There's only an ace out there. They thought, oh, I got an ace. She got an ace. She did too. But something can still happen on the river. Guess what that is? She's got me right here. I'm like, oh shit. That's it. That's all my money. But someone learned how to play poker. Look at that. Flush! Down the river. Now she's ticked. Dang it. She's all, dang it. That's from the brink, folks. That was literally from the brink of being completely out of it. So I had an ace-2 next. This guy pushes in because all he had left was 250, so I want to eliminate him immediately. I go to elimination mode. See, my tell is when I scratch my eye. That means I've got something. But they didn't notice the tell. So they assumed, and I assumed back. I got a pair of 2s, I said. I think I can handle this. I think I can do this. It gets a little desperate at this point with my betting because I'm really just trying to take as many back as I can right now to climb. So I push in with 3,000, knowing they're going to follow bets. They're going to either follow with a continuation or they're going to raise me all in. So I know now my bluff is like, it's not a bluff. They know I'm not bluffing, but they're like, what has he got? Pair of 6s, I can beat a pair of 6s. I got a pair of queens or something, you know? So she folds. Then I say, okay, I can play with these 2 here. There's a chance they won't have anything. Still got the ace-2 holding strong with a pair of 2s, hoping for triplets. At this point, I push all in because I'm like, I need to get more chips back from these ladies. They've been holding on to them too long. So I thought maybe she won't fold. Maybe she'll call me. He had the 9-5. I wasn't even concerned so much with him winning. I had to eliminate him. 2-3. 1 pair. Alright, so now it gets crazy. I start making a climb. The climb is brutal because I start taking everybody out. So that's 1 elimination. 1.5 eliminations now. Scratch my eye again. That's my tell. Something's getting ready to happen for me probably. I got to give away these tells. I can't give them all away. So I got to pay a 5-2. I fold. I'm just like, oh man, that ain't nothing. You don't want that hand. See, this is why I got to mute myself because sometimes I tick, sometimes I hiss. It's a bad habit. I got to break it if I'm going to continue playing poker. I do play once in a while. I played once and I got second out of the tournament. One time live. I've always feared going to casinos because I thought I'd make a habit out of it. Because I'm pretty good at poker. Not super good, but pretty good. Some of these hands are just lucky. So let's see how it folds from here. And right here, I try my best. I think I get close to what I need. So I bet a little bit more. I'm trying to push in for a straight. I think I can nail it. So she continues. She folds. She folds. I call it. This is a bad move right here on my part. I could have lost some. And I saw the ace and went, oh man, I gotta make some more moves. Try and take her a little bit more. So I take her into a desperation bet. She pushes, and I'm like, oh man, this is sweet. I think I can do this. Then I nailed a 10. I'm like, God, I really gotta nail this. Push her in. Flop the king. Bap. Straight. On the river. So I come up on some more chips. Eliminate another player. Now I'm down to 2 lovely ladies. Now they're starting to wonder, does this motherfucker know how to play? So now they're really like, uh-oh. He just came up on a whole bunch of chips. So I start acting like a chip bully. This is what I do. Act like a bully. So I say, okay, what do we got? Got 150, okay. I'm in a little bit, but I'm still like, I'm sitting in first. I was like pretty happy with my desperation moves. So at this point I'm like, wait a minute. I got a jack 3. This isn't anything. What am I doing? I start to think it over. If I don't hit something, now I'm just like, okay, I can nail him with a straight. I can bet like I got the straight already. So they're thinking he's got a queen jack. She continues. Bad move on my part. I don't think this is gonna go well. Look at that. Oh no, I'm like separated by 1 card. I knew she had nothing. She was just bluffing, trying to get me to flop out. She folded. She had me with a better card. We split the pot though, but still she had me with better card. Jack 4. Jack 4 over Jack 3. Should have beat me. So now I look at the chip stacks. I'm like, oh boy. I gotta start making a move on number 3. So I got an ace 2. I push a little bit. Just enough just to get her to nibble at the bait. I'm baiting her on. I bait her a little bit more. And then now the continuation bets goes crazy and I have to refill the table. So I said, okay, I'll refill the table, give them something for their bonuses. For the time spent. Because this was a long game. This is like 45 minutes. I'm cutting this down right now to less than that so that you guys can watch it all. So at this point, I'm like, I got a little bit here. I'll go 3K. She folds. She folds too. I didn't even have it. I just showed the 2. Right here, I was wondering what I was thinking. I don't know why. I check folded once just to check it. But then it didn't fold, it checked. And then I was stuck betting. And I figured, okay, there's a possibility of getting a flush. So I bet it, like I had it already. And it wasn't even a good move. She folds. She's in. It's a big pot, 18.3K. I got nothing at this point. I'm like, damn it, man. Just going to come up on some more chips on me, but we kind of eliminated a little bit of the other players. Still nothing. I'm like, son of a bitch, man. Where's my cards at? She got me here. I'm like, dude, I'd be stupid to even try this. So I folded. I let her have it. She had it, too. Pair of queens. I'm like, that was not a good move. I started thinking to myself, I just lost some cash on that one. Big time. I was up quite a bit too. So now I'm still looking at number 3, thinking, is there a way to get up on that chip stack? There's a little bit. I say no, not to this hand. Fold out that hand. At this point, player 1's got quite a bit of chip stacks, so she pushes her in. And I figure she can eliminate her at this point. She gets that. She's at 1 elimination. So I think she's 2 for 2, and I'm 2 for 2 at this point. Now it's down to us. From this point on, I start acting as much of a chip bully as I can be. I do not want her to make the advance on those chips, because she just keeps getting me after I push, and then I go, ah! At this point, I'm like, if I screw this up at all, she can eat me alive and come in first. So I had to be very careful and pray that I got those cards. Muck the hands most of the time. So I give her a little tell, I show her the ace. Then muck it. I just want to show that I don't bluff. Sometimes I do, but very seldom. It's a bad way to do business in poker. So I got the K9. It's my favorite hand. K9 I usually call the Widowmaker. This can be a brutal, brutal hand. If somebody doesn't handle this well, they can lose everything. You could lose everything on this hand. So I'm like, I saw the queen and the deuce, and I'm like thinking already, I'm going to pre-bet. I already pre-bet it once. I'm going to bet it again by continuation. I'm going to push 24. I just pushed 24 like crazy. I just pushed it in. See what happens. She takes it. She's like, I got this. I said, are you sure? But then I flop one more card. Flushed it. Down the river again. Got it on the turn. It was a really good hand. Gave her props. Good game. I know you're muted, but good game. And we end the tournament in first place after 3 attempts. That took forever, folks. Oh my God, she was all in all the time, ready to rock and roll. And that was when I mucked it with the last one. So I showed her I don't bluff. So yeah, when I pushed in, she thought she had it, and it didn't turn out that way. I think she was hoping for the flush as well, but it just didn't fold out that way for her. The pair wouldn't have beat it. Pair of twos. It's a low one to go in on. That much to go in on. So yeah, good game. Very good game. Hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay footage. If so, hit that like, hit that subscribe at the end of the video, and I will facilitate it by making more videos of that nature, and hopefully you enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining me, and take care.